Hey friends, I want to address a topic for the beginning of the year or maybe whenever you're seeing this, if you are anticipating starting a fresh new start, a new chapter, turning over a new leaf. I want to share some thoughts with you that may be counterintuitive to what you may be thinking when you embark on a new journey. And that comes often with excitement and anticipation and hopefulness, and all guns are blaring. You've got tons of energy all fueled up for to like spring you forward like into a rocket into space. And I'm recording this message at the beginning of the year with the hopes that I can help you funnel your energy in a sustainable and strategic fashion so you don't fizzle out, so you don't burn yourself out, so you don't give up, so you don't give up on using the motivation and the excitement that you have here today. And I know this approach may not seem very sexy or very appealing, and it is to take strategic and small steps consistently. I know that sounds boring as hell. And when we embark on something new, we're in both feet, we're excited, we want to get going and get the process started. And while that is beautiful to kind of step you off the launch pad, that is not the type of energy that can keep us going and keep everything sustainable and keep going. The way that I like to look at this is similar to when I go on a hike, and particularly to the coast and hike a mountain. And if you've ever hiked a mountain, you may be able to relate to this. It's pretty much an ascend up. There might be some switchbacks on the way up, but overall, the whole journey is up. And the pinnacle of this journey is getting to the summit to see the view, to see the top, or get to the top or near the top. And in the beginning, it's very fascinating, and there's a lot of adrenaline and excitement and anticipation. And as we continue the journey up the path, it becomes a little bit arduous. It's a little bit tough. It's challenging in ways that we never really quite anticipated or beyond what we anticipated, or our brain makes it harder than it actually is. So this is where we can get fatigued, our muscles can get sore, can get cold. We may not be properly conditioned in terms of clothing or have ample amount of food or brought the right stuff, or our head just kind of clutters up the way for us. And this is how I like to look at embarking on new ventures, that we get into the same kind of hiking kind of situation where slow and steady and consistent really is the thing that gets us there. And it's often in these times of the middle that kind of suck, that it's not glamorous, it's not really fun. We don't think like we're making any progress, but we truly are. It's just that we can't see it and we can't feel it. We can't see the top. We can't see where we came from. It's just we're somewhere in the middle. So we don't really have any kind of sense to gauge where we are. So this is my recommendation at this juncture of starting something new, and particularly if you're watching this at the beginning of the year, I encourage you and applaud you for wanting to do something different and having new expectation and hopes or desires to fulfill. But I also want you to set realistic expectations for yourself, map it out in your mind, in your journal. If you need some help, reach out. I've got plenty of tactics. Actually, I have a free resource that may be super helpful when you are starting on a new journey to reflect of what's to come, to kind of set yourself up, put your mind at ease, give it all the obstacles it's going to endure in advance, and come up with a strategic plan now while you've got all of this energy and this fuel burning inside of you to overcome those obstacles. So that is my recommendation for you as you climb your next mountain. Enjoy the ride, but go in with a plan and be ready to be deliberate and consistent with small steps and small progress rather than, you know, just running up the mountain. Assuming that we're going to just run all the way up to the top of the mountain is perhaps a little unrealistic if we're not conditioned to do that sort of thing in the beginning. So it's my hope that I can kind of tame the flames so that they're a long, slow burn rather than something that's just a flame that uh, feathers out. No, that's not the proper word. Peters out really quickly. Um, I would love to know what you are embarking on, what your quest is, when and if you are starting something new this season or this year. All right, I hope this message finds you well and that you have an amazing climb. And I'd love to see where you get to. Bye for now.